This is a very cool moment, guys. This is a moment when we get to talk about a couple of heroes. I was fortunate enough to be on Heroes. You were never on Heroes, Drew.
No, I didn't get that job.
I'm rubbing that in.
You know why? It's because you were on here. Whatever you're on, I can't be on. There's
true.
a one big handsome dude limit to any show.
That's true. I will hear about projects and I'll be like, Drew! It's become that now. But we can stunt double each other.
Yeah.
But one thing that you shared with me was this really inspiring story that's incredibly relatable to me and to my family. And I really love you guys for coming in. Tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about what's going on here before we get to a couple of these heroes here.
So my name's Lori Rose, and this is my son Jack here. And he was diagnosed with epilepsy when he was in kindergarten.
And how old is he now?
He's 9 years old now, in third grade.
Okay.
So, and it came about as, his kindergarten teacher came to me one day and she said, I'm noticing, I was asking him some questions and he just kind of rolled his eyes back in his head. And I said, yeah, he's doing that to me all the time lately. He must be going through a stage. I'm sorry if he's being disrespectful. And she said, I think it might be a little bit more than that. And so then she mentioned that, I've seen students who, when they do this, they're actually having a seizure. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I thought back to all the times that he had done that and thought, oh wow, well maybe he can't help it.
So we kind of experienced the same thing. So Jake was 7 and he started having petit mal seizures, right? And they're like staring spells. Jake's was triggered. You guys ever, when you're looking out the window of a car, your eyes are following things as you're, if you ever look at somebody while they're watching out the window, and we think that may have triggered Jake's seizure. So, Jack, you started having these like staring spells. Did you know what those were?
No, not really. Well,
do you remember? You remember like kind of like all of a sudden because Jake, I remember, would say that somebody be talking and then all of a sudden like they'd be talking about something else and you'd be like, what just happened?
Yeah, that happened to me a lot. So my mom was talking about something. I don't remember what she was talking about, but when I had a seizure, I think it was like probably 17 seconds or something. When I went back, she was talking about something else, and I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Kind of
so
scary.
You have the kind of seizures, yours are called I'm really handsome. Is that the kind of seizures that you
No!
have? You're really a good-looking guy? Is that what it is? 'Cause, man, if that's what epilepsy looks like, give me some. So you were having these seizures and you would have them at school. And did friends see you have, clearly they would see you have this seizure, right?
Well, not really.
So Jack, when he was first diagnosed, he got really embarrassed that he had them. And he would call it, as time progressed and we were figuring out which medications worked and which didn't, there was a time period where they were very uncontrolled and he had a lot of shame and embarrassment around it. And he would actually call epilepsy his darkest secret.
Wow.
And it wasn't until last year when we did the first epilepsy walk in LA and he decided to raise some money for it.
Wait. You guys were at the Rose Bowl? Were you at the Rose Bowl for this?
Well, it got rained out.
I know it got rained out, but like I go. Okay, so we're walking next year.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right.
Do I have to walk?
Yes.
Can I golf cart?
No, well, you and I.
Walking is part of the deal.
Yeah, no, celebrities get to take a separate route.
Oh yeah.
The green room, and we meet on the other side.
You wave at the beginning, and then you
we'll
cross the finish line.
Okay, so you would call this your dark. See, this is why I started talkaboutit.org, because there is a stigma. It's really scary, and it's not something that is easy to talk about, right, Jack?
You're right.
It's really it's hard, and you're different. No one else is having these seizures at school, but when did you decide? Hey, this is like. Why did you decide that it was okay to talk about it?
I decided it was okay to talk about it when I went on the medicine that I'm having right now.
You went on a medicine that controlled your seizures.
Yeah.
And then you were like, what? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And because everybody's got something, right? And why should you be ashamed to talk about it? And do you realize that because you talk about it, other people will talk about it? And the more people know, you'll have buddies to help and support you. Okay, tell me about your buddy right now. I want you to tell me about Leo. What's going on?
He's just here to support me. I forgot my shirt, but
Let's show the shirt.
Show the shirt.
Let's talk about Leo. Where'd you get this shirt?
I got it when we were in second grade. Jack, for our whole class, we all got shirts, and every Wednesday we wear them so we can support Jack.
Even though you're not in the same class anymore.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Come on.
Come on.
All right,
How
so
good is that?
everybody, we're all getting shirts that say Greg loves carbs. And on Wednesday, you're all wearing.
Can you talk a little bit about
Sure. Well,
how that came about?
So Jack called epilepsy his darkest secret for so long, and my husband and I had many conversations about how can we help him, understand that it's not this thing to be ashamed of. So when we found out about the epilepsy walk, the Walk to End Epilepsy, we started a team and we started to raise money. And I posted it on Facebook and thought, oh, maybe you'll raise a little bit of money. And he raised over $2,000.
Come on, guys.
And it was, what was beautiful about it is it was mostly from people in our community, in our Colfax community where he goes to school. And I said, look at all these people. These are the parents of your friends, and they love you. And he sat right next to a little girl named Molly one day, and he said to Molly, don't worry if you're talking to me and I stop. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just having a seizure because I have epilepsy. And she said, I want you to tell me more about that.
Wow.
And that helped him feel comfortable enough to finally share with the courage and the encouragement from his teacher. And he told the whole class, and we thought, everybody has to have a shirt. And then it kind of took on a life of its own, and now everyone wears them on Wednesday.
I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you as a mom. I mean, this is this is really great. You know how much money Octopus Caveman raised? Zero. $2,000. Come on, dude. We're walking. We're doing.
Absolutely.
I'm so proud of you guys. You should be really proud of yourselves. Like, it's not even epilepsy. Everybody, like I said, everybody's got something. So why not turn to the next person next to you and say, hey, I have asthma. If you have asthma, and say, if you hear me breathing different, or there's so many things that people can help and want to help if they just know about it, right? And you're doing good now. I mean, you're doing great. Do you still have seizures at all?
no, not really.
Awesome.
I haven't had it in the past 6 months.
I'm knocking on a bar.
Yeah.
Knock on the bar, guys.
Knock on bar. Knock on the
right.
wooden bar.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And if this inspires you to talk about it with your friends and family, do so. Talk to people around you. It's the coaches, it's the family members, it's the in-laws, even people that you think don't understand it, because a lot of people don't understand it. Talk about it with your friends and family and coworkers or whoever, because if they see you having a seizure, they can catch you. They can make a big difference in your life, because the seizure is really not the thing that hurts. It's the fall, it's the trauma that is associated with it. And I mean, Leo, dude, I got to tell you, like, you are an inspiration to other people to go, if a friend is having an issue, talk about it with them.
Yep.
You see, one of the things that Jake does is, like, if he sees somebody in a wheelchair or with crutches, he'll say, how'd that happen? What's going on? Instead of just staring at them. No one likes to be stared at.
Or try to ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk
So
about it.
thank you for coming on. Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah!